Callum Shepherd and George Scott, a daughter of Sotsas, the ARC winner, of course. Did her best work late at Carlisle on her debut and wasn't knocked about. Coming down the outside of the field, looked a surefire improver on that occasion. And it also looked as though this longer home straight today would suit very well. It took her a while to find full stride, and I expect plenty more to come. She's not been massively supported in the market, so perhaps this won't be her day for winning, but she should build on that first outing and learn from it too. Behind her, that's number 5. That is Searching the Blues, the last of the quintet going to post for this first race. The smallest field of the evening is the first contest. A daughter of Due Diligence, who cost 19,000 guineas, is out of Blue Lyric, who was a winner over this trip on the all-weather. And there are plenty of winners in her near pedigree. She's a half-sister to 8 of them, no less. But this is a tough task on her debut to get up against the likes of number 1, Jakarta. Looking forward to this opening race here at Kempton Park. It is a most beautiful evening for all of us to bask in. Oh. Welcome back to Kempton, and we've got about 3 minutes to go until the first race at the track. It's a 7 furlong fillies novice, and Jakarta is a hot favourite for this, for Tom Marquand and Paul and Oliver Cole, and you can really understand why. It was a very encouraging performance last time in terms of what she might go on to achieve in her career when winning. She was always front ranked that day, but she did it pretty easily in the end. And the form of those in behind most definitely has some substance, that's for sure. With Ceylon Dean, who finished 7th that day, going on to win a novice and then going on to win again in listed company. Obviously, that was her first outing of her career, so you're expecting a little bit of greenness, but it's still a nice fillip to have her in her back pocket. And also there were a few others in behind there who have been placed since. So the form has got a strong look to it, and she clearly built on that first effort, this daughter of Night of Thunder, in no uncertain terms, and given that rate of progression from first to second start, you'd hope there'd be a bit more to come on her third start, just to carry a £7 penalty, of course. But given the opposition she's up against tonight, you wouldn't necessarily think there's anything here that is going to be able to topple her at the moment, although perhaps Loch Leven is the most likely one. Jamie Spencer running for Ollie Stangster. It was a decent enough start when finishing 4th for this daughter of 10 sovereigns on her debut, and certainly suggested she could be winning at some stage. That was at Haydock at the end of May, and she was thereabouts for most of the race. I think she possibly got a little bit tired in the ground late on that day. Never really looked like winning, but it was promising enough, and she'll surely build on it if taking to this different surface this evening. And of course she's got to race over an extra furlong tonight, and on that evidence at Haydock it was quite difficult to say really definitively either way that she'd handle it, but on pedigree she should. And as I say, the ground was on the softer side that day, so you'd expect the trip to pose no problems really. And second start there should be plenty more improvement to come, of course, and the same can be said for Modern Utopia, this daughter of Sot Sash, Callum Shepherd and George Scott. Was quite a taking, I thought, 4th at Carlisle on her debut, staying on very strongly down the outside when the race had already been won, but she wasn't really knocked around, wasn't really put in the race until quite late. So as far as that was concerned, I think it was a pretty decent effort for her first start. And I thought this longer home straight, this more galloping track at Kempton, which gives her time to find her stride, it'll make sure that she has time for that penny to drop, might just suit her that little bit better. And I can see Modern Utopia running a pretty nice race. She'd probably be the bigger danger, actually, for me, compared to the favourite Jakarta, who I think will be very hard to beat. What about the others? My Candy Girl's been taken out, so that leaves the 5, with the 2 outsiders being Searching the Blues and Whiz By. Searching the Blues I didn't think was a forlorn hope on pedigree, at least. This daughter of due diligence certainly wasn't an expensive purchase by any means at 19,000 guineas, but has got a pedigree that suggests she might be winning races, although of course further down the line is most likely for her. Was a winner over this trip on the all-weather, and there are plenty of winners in her relatives, and she's a half-sister to 8 of them, no less. But this is a pretty difficult task, taking on some of these very well-bred and once and twice raced fillies, like the one going into the stalls now, that is Jakarta. Loch Leven about to go into. The other one is Whiz By, I've not mentioned. This daughter of New Bay, who wasn't really particularly encouraging her first start at Windsor last time. She was beaten quite a long way out and wasn't fancied in the market either. So you'd expect, possibly, unless there's a huge jolt of improvement, that handicaps are going to be for her further down the line. Right, the last 2 about to go forward for this opening race. Let's get the call, shall we, with Mark Johnson. It's Range Park, you've got control of that, so if you speak. Oh, so Gareth can do it. Okay, nice one, thanks.
0% mission EBF Fillies Novice Stakes. Whiz By due into stall number 2 for her second racecourse start. Moves forward now. They're in the gate. And they're off. They race over 7 furlongs, and it's quite a level break. Showing good speed, the previous winner, Jakarta, and she will claim the early lead. Being chased to the inside rail by Loch Leven, and towards the outside, Modern Utopia. Just drafting in behind is Searching the Blues with Whiz By towards that one's inside, as they now race on towards the end of the back straight. And it is Jakarta who now has company in the shape of Loch Leven towards the inside rail as they go into the turn. Little between the leading duo, a length and a half away, Modern Utopia on the outside of Whiz By, and the debutante Searching the Blues running a little greenly at the back of the field. They've got 3.5 furlongs to go, so they're at halfway. Loch Leven has now put ahead in front. Now a neck the advantage over Jakarta, not travelling as well in second. Towards the inside rail is Whiz By, just shading third. On that one's outside, Modern Utopia, and still the back marker is Searching the Blues. Jakarta comes back for more now on the outside of Loch Leven, who wanders under pressure. It means towards the outside, Modern Utopia has to change lanes and now attack down the near side. Meanwhile, on the far side, Searching the Blues is getting the hang of this racing game. Inside the final furlong, it is Loch Leven taken on by Searching the Blues over on the far side. Nothing more from Jakarta, well held in fourth. It is Searching the Blues who takes the lead, moves on by a neck, bombs away in the opener. Shock. The winner was the debutante Searching the Blues. Beat Loch Leven into second, and back in third was Modern Utopia.
Yeah, good performance there from Searching the Blues there on her debut, and to be honest, a bit of a surprise, has to be said, because she wasn't particularly fancied in the market, and of course those ahead of her had that prior experience and some pretty decent form to their names as well. But Searching the Blues for Tyler Hurd and Mark Usher makes a winning debut, coming down the inside of the track and showing a pretty nice turn of foot too. Now, she does have plenty of winners in that pedigree. She was a half-sister to 8 of them. Possibly thought that beforehand she'd be winning a little bit further down the line, particularly against this kind of company, but she's come from the rear and has pounced late. They've gone fairly steady fractions, I thought, in the early stages of this, with Loch Leven getting up the inside of Jakarta around the home turn. Loch Leven looked to have had the race won, but then I was drawn to the inside with 50-1 shot Searching the Blues. What a price that is, coming down the inside. And Loch Leven, with the benefit of that experience, finishing fourth at Haydock on debut, has not been able to see off the attentions of Searching the Blues. He's actually shown a lovely attitude in the closing stages, really striding out rail. Looks a little bit green, as you'd expect, but that was a very nice performance, unlike the performance of some of those in behind.